Yep.
So I remember in the preseason, we were talking about Jordan probably during our position previews, our sleepers, our outfield position preview, or util only, whatever he was eligible for. I can't remember because now he's outfield eligible. And somebody left a comment on one of these videos, one of our pods on YouTube, saying, Jordan is terrible. He's cooked. He's over. And I tried to express to this listener, and I hope you're still listening because this is fun, that I can recall this 2 months later, 2.5 months. This listener said he's cooked. And I was like, are you sure about that? Because when he's healthy, he's amazing. And guess what? He's healthy. And guess what? He's amazing. I tried to tell you. Like I said, it's easy to pat yourself on the back when you're right. But I keep receipts, people. Anyway, Jordan's been great. He's going to keep being great as long as those 75-year-old knees don't give out. So,
yeah. Erik, you know who we were both wrong on?
Oh, yes. Who?
We were so wrong on Michael Harris.
Oh my God, I know it. It bothers me so much.
Dude, I don't know how this happened. I feel so silly, but the process was good, and suddenly he becomes he's insane.
But he only walked like twice in the entire month of May.
Yeah, I know, and it works.
I know somehow it does.
What's happening here?
He's 4?
25.
He's 25 now. I mean, there are some guys at AAA or at AA that are 25 years old that are considered prospects. And Michael Harris, this is his 5th full season in the majors. Talented player, has finally learned to hit the ball consistently, consistently hard, consistently not into the dirt, I believe, as I'm bringing up his stats here and buying myself time. Michael Harris, though, if I'm not mistaken, this might just be like a hot streak for him. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you look at his peripherals, as far as his contacts goes, first of all, his home run to fly ball rate is 7% higher than it was last year. But if you look at his contact, it's not, his plate discipline is what I mean by contact. If you're looking this up on Fangraphs, which is where I am referencing this from, you can reference similar stats on the Pitcher List player page for Michael Harris. His plate discipline metrics are not that different from last year. And it's not like he underperformed his expected stats last year. He was just a little bit. But his expected stats last year were not this good. And so I have to imagine that the only thing that's really changed for Michael Harris is he's hitting the ball harder consistently.
Which I will say is probably the thing for a guy like this you care about the most. I mean, there's some guys like I was talking about this a little bit with you before the pod. You can't make every player Aaron Judge or Juan Soto. And so some guys are going to have to be hyper aggressive. And so you're talking about what happens when they hit the ball. Will they hit the ball is a different conversation for these guys, because the simple fact of the matter is, and this is true of Murakami too, sometimes they just won't, and you'll have to live with that. That's just the guy there, and they'll chase out of the zone, and that may make them, maybe weary about him. But when they're making contact, right now though, when Michael Harris Jr. is getting a fastball, it's crunched. It's crunched, Erik.
Yes.
It is smacked.
He increased his launch angle by almost 5%, and that's a big deal because if you're hitting the ball harder and you're hitting the ball harder in the air more often, it's going to turn into more power, and that is what we're seeing from Michael Harris. The speed has all but disappeared. Why? Because he's rarely on first base. You can't really get mad, right? So, hard to steal second when you're on second base already. So, or you're not even on base because you're just hitting home runs. We were wrong on Michael Harris. I'll take that one on the chin. It is what it is. But I'm glad to see that he actually has improved, because we saw no improvement over the first 4 years. So now we've finally seen a step forward. Does that give you pause that it took him 4 years to do it?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Nope.
All right, moving on here. Somebody trending in the wrong direction here as far as being right or wrong. Were we wrong on Austin Riley?
You were. Audio listeners, I paraded my victory. Austin Riley had a couple poor years in a row, and it was, I think, an instance of a downward trajectory that I just didn't. I think I was right in not buying the dip. Erik, what happened to Austin Riley?
I have to give all credit to Scott White on this one. Apparently, his hitting coach that helped correct him, like, passed away.
Wow.
Yes. Like, not, I think last year or the year before. Sometime in the last 2 years, passed away. And that was like his hitting guru that like helped straighten him out and got him right. And then we saw him take off for those 3 years. So his personal hitting coach passed away. And maybe he's kind of lost his North Star when it comes to hitting. That's entirely possible. Let me ask you something. That might sound crazy, but if Aaron Judge never meets or comes across the hitting coach that changed his swing, is Aaron Judge? We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult. I mean, and there's certainly the human factor in all of these things that often is difficult for our game, which is so often played on spreadsheets.
Yep.
Riley's so weird. He still swings the bat as hard. And I feel like this is not something, I don't think he's a totaled car, but I feel like he definitely needs to go into the shop and something needs to get tweaked. There's something, Erik, something's wrong.
Yeah, the BABIP being super low doesn't help relative to his career norms. So his quality of contact is not good, not as good.
It's gotten worse.
Yeah, it has gotten worse. Look, it's tough for me to say somebody who's 29 years old, who theoretically should still be in his prime, just all of a sudden falls off. But he did have a couple wrist and hand injuries too. That does not help. Man, yeah, I'm still going to be steadfast on Austin Riley for another month because he usually heats up about now. So there's another player that usually heats up really good, like a microwave, right about now. And we're going to talk about him a little bit later in the show. So I would say, with all due respect to that other player who has hit over 50 home runs in a season, let's give Austin Riley just a little bit more time, a little bit benefit of the doubt there as well. Because it is the summer and some guys just like it hot, like Jazz Chisholm. He just likes it hot and he likes his Stanton pants. Next up on the list here, were we wrong about Will Smith, who we were saying was one of the best values at catcher in the draft?
I'm going to be a little hesitant on this because his expected stats are still really good. And he still plays in the Dodgers lineup, and he's going to get those abilities to produce as a result.
He's got the correct version of Dodgeritis.
Yes. Will Smith, it's been a weird year for catcher. Let's say that right now.
Yes.
It's always a weird year for catcher, it seems like, but this one's particularly strange. I think Will Smith, I'm gonna, if I may, I don't think I'm wrong yet. I'm gonna give myself a few weeks, but I do think perhaps I overvalued him a little.
Fair.
Let me can I rattle off a couple names?
Oh yeah, go for it.
On time.
Yeah.
I think, let's see, we got the list here. Randy Arozarena, he's continuing to do really well and just a 5-tool or 5-category production across the board, despite the fact he's playing in Seattle. He's doing really well for himself, probably a little overinflated, but doing very solid. Andy Pages, I mean, it's going to come down, but it is coming down to a still high floor. And so, I mean, he's been good. He's been great. Dansby Swanson, I think I said he was the rock you hit on the way down after the 12th shortstop. That rock is further than I thought. Swanson has Dansby Swanson has not been great. And
oh boy.
He's in 181.
Is he a Sinatra Award winner from our just to call back to our episode from last week?
I don't think
he did get worse in May.
I don't think he was riding high in April, though.
No.
I just think it was bad. Matt Chapman, another guy that we wanted him at the end of that run. Chapman has had the power just sapped out of him. And For one of the premier third basemen for years in this league, he has just not done well. Not done well.
Really quickly about the Giants, the vibes in San Francisco, not good. Not good at all.
Are the Red Sox really smart?
I will not give them credit as a Yankee fan.
I suppose you wouldn't. I suppose you wouldn't.
My best friend's a Red Sox fan, and almost every day he texts me. He goes, "Man, if the Red Sox were just adequately capable of anything, maybe they were smart, but they probably could have done a little bit better." And what they really shouldn't have done is trade Kyle Harrison.
Okay. Yeah, that one was not great. That was
Woof. Yeah, but I think that kind of speaks in a weird way to like organizational capabilities. Like the Brewers' pitching development is just light years better than most organizations, and so I don't know if we would see this out of Kyle Harrison if you were with Boston.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, he went to 2 different orgs and really wasn't anything.
Yeah,
but who knows?
Yeah. I got one more name for you before we wrap up the segment here. And I put them together, and we have to because PCA and O'Neal Cruz to wrap up the segment here. Carson, I'm going to tell you right now, I am not wrong on PCA. I will never say, even if I am, okay? Because I'm dying on that hill. But O'Neal Cruz, maybe.
O'Neal Cruz, you gotta start. He's so fun. He's so fun. And I know I am a little like, I think this is gonna come down, but I was telling you, he hits the ball so hard that I think he kind of makes a lot of the other faults not matter nearly as much. I mean, the dude, he's the guy, he hits the ball harder than anyone in baseball history.
Yes.
Simple as that.
Even Stanton.
Even Stanton. And yes, older viewers, even more than your steroid guys from the 90s that you love to think hit the ball 570 feet. First of all, no, they didn't. Second of all, O'Neal Cruz is 6'6" and has a ridiculous bat. Like, have you seen him? Did you see that 122 mile an hour hit he had against Atlanta or something that was a single because it was so fast that it hit off the wall and Acuna played it. He couldn't run. A guy with a 30 foot per second sprint speed couldn't run to second base because he hit it too dang hard. Yeah. Sorry. Actually.
Carson, you shortchanged O'Neal Cruz. He's 6'7".
Oh yes, my mistake.
Hold on, let me throw the weight out there because he's not a big guy like Aaron Judge, who's also 6'7". But O'Neal Cruz is 250. He's 6'7", 250, man. He is a power forward. He is a lineman.
He's a
big guy.
Yeah, so with all due respect to your Sammy Sosas and your all your guys, Jason Giambis and all that, hardest guy is still O'Neal Cruz. I think I'm pretty confident saying.
Yes.
You were there.
Like you
Eric.
have receipts. Yes. I was there.
I just get annoyed with 90s idolization sometimes.
Yeah. Eras. Baseball is one of those fun sports where you can talk about like how hard did Babe Ruth really hit the ball? How fast were they really throwing? Would he be any good now? Would guys now be any good then? Like there's no way of knowing. You have to just keep them within their contained eras really and just appreciate what they're able to accomplish at the time that they played.
I just wish baseball fans would like talk about the 90s 20% less. Like, I know the home run chase was awesome. I know Ken Griffey Jr. is cool. You don't need to keep telling me about that. I know who Greg Maddux is. Okay. I do actually. By the way, Greg Maddux has ruined pitching discussions forever. Just be like Greg Maddux and hit the corners. They can't.
This feels like a whole other box of worms and can of worms and whatever the idiom is. Not thinking of it right now.
Is that what they say in New York, Eric? Box of worms?
Can of worms? Yeah, I don't know.
Dumpster of worms? That's Citi Field. All right.
Trash can of rats. I don't know. It depends on if you're from the city or not. All right. So that does it for players that we were wrong on. There are quite a few. It's June 3rd. So maybe we will still be proven right in the long run. We'll check back in a couple months. Why not? When we come back, we're going to quickly go over who we're excited for rest of season. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Rolling right along. All right, here we go. Welcome back to the Shells. I'm Erik Hinrichsen. That's Carson Picard. We are going to discuss players that we are excited for the rest of season because it is now the summer months. And we can start looking ahead to probably the next big round of prospect promotions coming up. But these aren't necessarily all prospects. These are just players that maybe we're just excited about. Simple as that. They could have been great so far. They could have been terrible so far. But we're just excited about them going forward. Maybe they're breakouts. Maybe they're sleepers who haven't woken up yet. We'll get there. Here we go. First up on the list here, I put Cade Anderson. I am really excited about Cade Anderson. He is just absolutely annihilating AA pitching. Move him up to AAA already, please, and put him on the cusp of a major league breakout. I understand the Seattle rotation is a little congested at the moment, and there are a couple pitchers that are not happy about it. Their names are Bryce Miller and Luis Castillo, and it's understandable. Luis Castillo's been a starter his entire career. He wants to start. Bryce Miller has been way better than Luis Castillo has. I think Bryce Miller should be the starter. Put Luis Castillo in the bullpen instead. They're piggybacking them. Eventually, someone will get hurt or there will be a phantom IL stay for somebody. It's just, that's what teams do. You know, maybe a pitcher says, "Ooh, I bit the hangnail on my finger. It's bothering me. IL 15 days." You know, it's just something silly like that. It happens, and let them sort it out. But Cade Anderson, when he gets the call, I think it's going to be Chase Burns-esque. It's going to be in that, like, he's just going to come in and just dominate. He's so good. So I'm excited about Cade Anderson rest of the season, even though he may not make his major league debut this year. Carson, who are you excited about?
I am excited to see Garrett Cole some more. I'm excited to see Garrett Cole some more. Yeah, you would be. But he's been really good in the first couple starts rather, and doing so in still kind of continuing that different style of pitching he used a bit in 2024. Dude looks good. I don't really have much more analysis to say than we've only seen a couple starts of him, and he's one of the best pitchers of the generation. And I kind of want to see more of this version of Cole, and if he can be that elite pitcher.
Yeah, I know you said you don't like the terminology of pitcher versus thrower, but Garrett Cole is a pitcher now, and he very much doesn't have to just depend on his stuff. He's outsmarting hitters. He's still got good stuff, don't get me wrong, but man, he's been so good, and I love watching him. All right, next up here, I'm gonna stay with the Mariners. Oh my goodness, why? Nautical theme show, nautical team, I don't know. Cal Raleigh. I'm excited to see Cal Raleigh back. He's starting his rehab assignment today, Wednesday, June 3rd, when we're recording this. And I'm excited to see a healthy Cal Raleigh, because right before he initially missed 3 games with a sore side, whatever they wanted to call it, rib cage twinge, whatever they called it, at the end of April, early May, he was starting to heat up. It was about a 5 or 6 game stretch where he looked like he was ready to take off, and then he got hurt, and then he came back from that injury and went 0 for 38. Not good. Is it good? No, it's bad. So he was bad. And so, yeah, I'm excited to see a healthy Cal Raleigh, to see what he can do. Look, never expected 60 home runs again, 40 to 45, 240 batting average. If he does that pace rest of season, I'll be happy. Carson, who are you excited about rest of season?
I'm excited because we are very close to having an onslaught of recovering pitchers come back into the fray, and they are not some weak ones. We got the loose body boys. We got Tarek Skubal. We got Hunter Green. We got Spencer Schwellenbach. And he doesn't have loose bodies, but I do want to throw in there Garrett Crochet. Remember that guy? Yeah. Nick's number 1 pitcher coming into this year. He is soon to come back. And these guys probably in June or July are going to be here shortly. And that's going to just totally throw a wrench in everything. And I'm so looking forward to it.
You know who we left off the loose body boys list? Blake Snell.
We did, yes.
Blake Snell. A little further out.
He's further out. But yes, Blake Snell, also a guy that we just haven't seen really this year besides like a 1 start. There's guys around the corner, and they are no welterweights. I'll tell you that.
No, I think that's the most exciting part for me. It's like these aren't like the 50th ranked pitchers. You know, these aren't guys in the
Erik Skubal.
Right. These are like
Erik Skubal.
top 5, 10, 15 pitchers coming back. Like, this is awesome. Like, it's very, very exciting. Most of them, I believe, coming back. Well, Skubal's going to be back in like 2 weeks, but right around the All-Star break or soon thereafter for Hunter Green and Spencer Schwellenbach. I am excited about the bashing breakouts. I'm going to call them the Bash Boys, the Bash Brothers, even though they don't play on the same team. They do wear the same color. And that is Jordan Walker and JJ Bleday, both kind of breaking out in the same way. Hitting the ball way harder, elevating the ball more. JJ Bleday making a lot more contact, striking out a lot less. Jordan Walker, not really doing that, but he's been able to sustain the gains that he's made, and I'm really excited to see what these two guys do rest of season. I think if we were excited about Jordan Walker, we've got to be excited about JJ Bleday. I really like what we're seeing from him, and I know he had that week 2 weeks ago where he was like, he basically went 0 for the week, and then he hit a home run one day, and then he went 0 for 8 in a doubleheader. But since then, he's been phenomenal. So just, you know, not every player is going to get a hit every day, and that's okay. You can have a bad week, but how you rebound from that and how you rebound from a slump, if you're a breakout candidate, I put in quotes, says a lot about whether or not the breakout is real. And Jordan Walker has now done that, and now he's slumping again. So I'd like to see him, turn the corner again. And JJ Bleday has done that once now. So, I'm really excited to see what the Bashing Brothers do, the Bashing Breakouts do rest of season. Carson, anybody else you're excited about rest of season?
I think I'm going to close out this segment with talking about something I am extremely excited for. I'll close out the segment in the show. And Erik, we are 2 months away from the trade deadline.
Wait, before you close it, before you do that, because I teased it. Hold on.
Oh, wait, you did.
No, wait, what about June Kyle Schwarber? I teased him. Him last segment.
You did. You don't want, I ignored it. Folks, it's June. Kyle Schwarber. Look out.
Look out. Here he comes.
I don't really have anything else to say about that other than just like Kyle Schwarber's been really good, and it's maybe he was a month early, but like, geez.
Yeah. Summer Kyle.
Okay.
Here.
Trade deadline this year.
Yes, sir.
I think there's a lot of big names that are going around. Skubal is probably the most obvious one. He is almost certainly going to get dealt. But there's a lot of other teams that are going to ship some players off, teams with really interesting players. The Red Sox, you got Aroldis Chapman's probably going to be shipped around. I don't know if they're going to keep Crochet. I don't know if
they have to keep Crochet. How can they get rid of him?
Do they?
5-year, $175 million contract?
I guess they do. But I don't know. Crazy things have happened.
That's true. Like the Tigers are going to trade away Tarek Skubal. Like, that's crazier than trading away Garrett Crochet. That's just... Anyway, sorry.
The Royals, what are they doing with what are they going to do?
God, yeah.
They're absolutely going to gut things. The Giants are just everyone. I mean, that's going to go crazy. I don't know what Posey's going to do. And then, of course, the New York Mets, like they're going to they've had a weird year. And they have some interesting guys, but they've just been like, I feel like the veterans are going to just have to be kind of dealt with. And I don't know what they're going to do. They now have the Simeon contract they have to deal with. I mean, it's weird.
Hey, Carson, do you remember in the preseason when everyone was like, ooh, look at all the moves the Mets are making? They're the Mets. You can't have nice things. And if you're a Mets fan, you can at me. I don't care. I will say that all the time because this happens every time the Mets try to make a run. Every time they load up.
Coming out.
Oh, yes, it is. It is my fandom coming out in my heated rivalry with the crosstown New York.
And Queens stinks. I don't know.
Well, have you been to Queens?
I don't.
There are parts of Queens that are lovely. Not where the Mets play.
Okay. Erik.
I'm not kidding. There's like a lot of like
I know
auto body shops and everything. There's like, it's like kind of like around Yankee Stadium. It's not the greatest place, but there are parts of Queens that are lovely. This is all to say that you can't have nice things, Mets fans. I'm glad you got the second best player from the Yankees to in the offseason of 2025. So just saying.
You know what, Eric? If they got to take away Juan Soto from you, I think they'll sleep soundly.
Yes, I think they will.
They've also got the mayor, so
whatever. Yeah, I think Scooble getting traded to the Dodgers is something definitely to look forward to, because not because he's going to the Dodgers, but because of what they'll have to send back to Detroit. And they are loaded in their farm system. James Tibbs III has been phenomenal, but blocked, has no room on the major league roster. Josue DePaula is a high-end prospect. Who else? Maybe River Ryan gets shipped off there to Detroit, and we get to see a lot of River Ryan. That is what excites me about the trade to the Dodgers, not the fact that it's boring and the Dodgers get whatever they want because they can. It's that it opens up the possibilities for these prospects to come up, and that's always exciting and fun, right?
Maybe. Maybe.
The other
prospects come from somewhere else, but
yeah, that's fair. Zaire Hope was the other prospect that I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I believe Hope. Yep, Hope, Josue DePaula, and James Tibbs III are all outfield prospects. So that would be really interesting if they were to acquire even 2 of the 3 of those in a deal, because I believe the Tigers have outfielders, and they've got a little guy named Max Clark at AAA, who's also a top prospect himself. So, yeah, I think that's the most interesting part of that. But, yeah, the trade deadline should be fun. Maybe Bryce Eldridge will just get consistent at bats now. He's looked like he's starting to, so that'll be exciting for San Francisco. Just trying to look around the teams here that you listed. Jarren Duran probably going to get shipped off. Maybe that helps, because Fenway Park is a terrible place to hit for a left-handed hitter. Just thinking of players that may have value later in the season after trades. The Royals, though, man.
Yeah, that's going to be...
All their players have been bad. Like, can they even move them?
Everyone but Witt.
Yeah, that's true. And he's not going anywhere.
Witt is key to the city by this point.
Yeah. I'll ask you one last question.
Sure.
Before we go to the outro here. Louis Varland or Mason Miller rest of the season?
Mason Miller. Too good. He's too good.
Is it closer than most people think, though? Because Louis Varland has a .29 ERA.
I think it's further. I know. I like Louis Varland a lot. He is great, but Mason Miller has the... I think people can get a hit against Louis Varland. Against Mason Miller, not so.
Fair.
It's a lot. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm surprised if someone gets on base.
That's fair. Who's a player I got wrong? Kind of tangentially related to Louis Varland. Jeff Hoffman didn't do the thing that he said he was going to do, and I thought he was going to do the thing that he said he was going to do, and he's not doing the thing that he said he was going to do, and that's throw his slider more. Jeff Hoffman should never close a game again for the Blue Jays, because Louis Varland is that dude. We're going to wrap it up right there. We'll be back next Friday with a brand new episode. To make sure you never miss an episode, please subscribe. We're available wherever you get your podcast, and if you have a question for us to answer right here on the pod, reach out to us on social media, leave a comment on YouTube, hit us up on the PL Discord, or email us at theshallowspod@gmail.com. He's Carson Picard, at Carson Picard on Blue Sky. I'm Erik Hinrichsen, at Erik Hin on Blue Sky and Twitter. That's Erik with a K, reminding you that murky waters are fine if you know how to swim. See you next time in the shallows.
Take care, y'all.